July is Disability Pride Month, and as someone who used to work in the human services field until I retired, I want to talk the next couple of weeks about different types of disabilities to bring awareness to Disability Pride Month and people that suffer with disabilities and what all they go through and what all that entails. So, today I want to start with something that is near and dear to my heart as a former ID and DD case manager. And that is, what is the difference between developmental disabilities and intellectual disabilities? Because that can be kind of confusing because there are a lot of overlapping similarities that can make it hard for someone who isn't overly familiar with that to understand fully what they mean and what their differences are. So I'm not going to delve in too deep, and I'm going to keep this very plain and simple, but at least it will give you a general idea of what all that means. And of course, if you want to look into that further on your own time, by all means, I would encourage you to do that to get an even better understanding of what all that entails. So, first, let's dive into what developmental disabilities means. It's a very broad category of conditions that start in childhood, and they affect how the child grows, learns, and even how they behave. This can affect their speech, their movement, their learning, their social skills, and even their behavior. Some developmental disabilities are temporary, like developmental delay, but others are lifelong, like autism or cerebral palsy. Developmental disabilities, known as DD, is an umbrella term and it covers many different conditions. Examples would be autism, cerebral palsy. Oh, shoot, hold on a second. Intellectual disability and ADHD in some circumstances. Some systems would label that as a developmental disability, others maybe not so much. Think of developmental disabilities, DD, as any condition that affects a child's development in a significant way. Now, what does intellectual disability mean? It means one specific type of developmental disability. It affects thinking skills, learning, reasoning, problem solving, and adaptive skills such as daily living, communication, self care, and it's lifelong. And it must begin before the age of 18. Think of ID as a permanent condition that affects how someone learns and handles everyday life skills. Here's the simplest relationship between the two. ID is one kind of DD. DD is the big category. ID is just one condition inside of that. Not all developmental disabilities involve intellectual disability, but intellectual disability is always considered a developmental disability. So a side-by-side comparison would be developmental disabilities, and what it covers would be like a broad category of conditions affecting development. And some are temporary, some are lifelong. Like I said, examples would be autism, CPDD-ID. Intellectual disability, what it covers would be specific condition affecting thinking plus daily living skills. And it is lifelong. And it can be mild, moderate, or severe ID. So I hope that helps you understand all of that better. Like I said, please feel free. This is just a quick oversight of what all it is, but feel free on your own time to delve into it and learn more. Your community and even maybe some of your friends would definitely appreciate the understanding and the compassion for what they have to go through on a daily basis. Until next time, I hope you take care and I will see you soon. God bless. Bye bye.